Hello, my name is Teresita Blanco, dear sister, and today I wanted to talk to you about four Batman Beyond supervillains that I think will work very well for a live action version of Batman Beyond. I mean, like they done like Batman is usually a very short deal, but and I grew up watching Batman Beyond the animated series, so I bet that like it's way overdue for a live action adaptation. Like the first one that on the shopping I suggest is Spellbinder. He's more of like a hypnotist type of person, and like
It's similar to Scarecrow, but more futuristic.
yeah, because while Scarecrow is all about like the fear toxin and whatever, Spellbinder is a little bit more subtle with his mind tricks. But if he feels himself back into a corner, he'll conjure up illusions that frighten you. Like in one of the episodes, Terry ends up like punching a bunch of like even zombies that only he sees in his brain, and in another one, remember that other episode that chick that had like a nightmare of giant bugs attacking?
Yeah,
like,
he went to supermarket sweep and started stealing from Bruce Wayne's mansion because of
yeah, because he got Michael. Because while Scarecrow takes advantage of lunatics in the Arkham Insane Asylum, Spellbinder takes advantage of like high school students and like teenagers that go to him as clients to talk about their problems, and then he mind controls them into stealing for him. Cause
well, he also convinced a few to kill himself. That was like one of his things.
yeah, like so yeah, that cost some money or to commit murder for him.
Well,
So
we also see him being able to turn invisible by making anybody that looks at him think that he's not there and things like that.
yeah, like it will work. Like a live action version of it will work really well.
Yeah, he will be similar to Mr. Mysterio from
Spider Man,
Spider-Man.
but more dark, sinister Gotham style. So yeah, this one will work well for a Batman Beyond movie. Like, as shown by the Tim Burton Batman movies, you don't need to start every Batman movie with like an origin story. You can just do a Batman Beyond story where he's already been Batman Beyond for a while. It's a Batman movie. People know Batman. Just run with it. Futuristic Batman.
So
People.
there's not going to be a person on the TV that's going to say, "Oh, I wonder who this Batman is and what his origin story is."
No, they're gonna be like, ooh, a Batman. They just watch it. Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
Batman versus a hypnotic supervillain. Awesome. You know.
like dear, all we're tired of watching year zero and year one. Like, kindly move to something else.
Yeah, like we already know like the origin story is too played out. Just give us an interesting superhero fighting a clever supervillain and moving along. Yeah. All right. The next supervillain from Batman Beyond that I want you to see is Ink. Like this one could, in theory, work as a if you want if you must do an origin story, you can. In the origin story of Terry McGinnis, his father got killed by Jokers, but following the orders of Blight. But in a more live action version, it would be more fun if it's actually Ink who murders Terry McGinnis' father in order to follow in the orders of a different supervillain. So then that way he will have a more personal vendetta reason to like to go after her. And plus, whenever that he tackles her, she's like her power specs are very similar to Venom. Like you're familiar and Clayface. You're familiar with Venom and Clayface. Well, Ink. And that should also be another thing that they add to Ink, the same power set as Clayface that he can transform into other folks. Like upgrade her ability specs, at least for the live action movie, to give her power specs similar to Clayface. Except that what Clayface is small and like she's pointy stabby. Like they had like in her first episode run. But she's not like an invulnerable supervillain. She's with two eyes. But
She's weak to ice, water, and electricity. Actually, she has
yeah,
three.
yeah, yeah. Three elemental Pokemon winner. So she's strong but manageable. So yeah.
Like if it was D&D, she will be strong to physical, immune to physical attack, but weak to magic.
Yeah.
And meta.
But yeah, that's basically Ink in a nutshell. Just made her the one who murdered Terry McGinnis' father for an origin story. If you must have an origin story.
Plus, if Ink has alcohol in her body, she may also be weak to fire. Maybe she is weak to any form of elemental damage.
Everything but physical.
Yeah.
The next one on the shopping block is not the robot say that. Ignore the Terminator right. Ignore the Terminator. Looking further, no. We're talking about this guy, Stan, that he hates like he hates computers and the internet, and that's something that a lot of people who are frustrated today with modern technology can like can like roll with, you know. And they did they did a similar villain like him in the last Batman movie, the one where Edward from Twilight played Batman. You know, the Twilight Batman. Edward. Well, yeah, and then he hates like computers in the internet and blow it all up and all that stuff.
The YouTube algorithm doesn't index a video. Blow it all up.
Yeah, yeah. Like all of the emails I sent can get any sent to spam. That is his solution. Yes, that's the only solution. A hard reset on everything. That's his good solution to everything.
Really relatable.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I like a dark, gritty version of him, and thing.
No, don't change a thing about that.
Don't just think about the character. Just just a perfect translation from the cartoon version to like the TV version. Just get all of the episodes where he shows up, and then just stretch that out for like 3 like, which is a mandatory length for all Batman movies. No, seriously, no, or maybe just make a Batman movie that lasts less than 2 hours. Cause like, yeah, yes, I love Batman, but
I don't know that.
I don't know.
Hours.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that like a lot of movie people and directors are like in love with like the movie babies and whatnot, but you gotta cut off the you gotta chop it all up. Cause like not everything of the last Batman movie was worth being there. Like you could actually completely cut off the Catwoman from the movie and it wouldn't change the plot of it. Heck, you can cut off all of the Catwoman in the Batman movie and make a separate Catwoman because that's how much it was. That at least lasts an hour and a half.
Yeah, ignore say that.
You know,
He's been there. If you know who that is, don't bother looking at He's completely forgettable.
yeah, like he had his own cartoon that stayed up probably that nobody cared. Oh, the
It's pretty good.
I actually like to watch the Theta Project. The Theta Project.
Like, it's interesting how they kept sneaking Zeta into Batman Beyond, and he shows up in like 2 episodes officially, and as a hologram in various others. Like,
Yeah, like they were like just trying to promote the Theta Project. It's a good show. Why isn't anyone watching it? You know why nobody watches it? Because you put it at 9 a.m. in the morning on Saturday, and nobody's awake at that time. People wake up. People are starting to wake up around 10 in order to watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
like they place the Zeta Project, and then Rubik's Robots for Everyone, and then the good stuff. So then, why would we wake up to watch Zeta and Robots for Everyone when you can just wait an hour, sleeping an hour, and watch Yu-Gi-Oh and Batman?
Yeah. Well, no, but Batman they used to play it 4 o'clock in the afternoon after school. It wasn't just a bad time for them to put the setup right. Like it wasn't that it was bad. It was put at a way too early in the morning.
Yeah, between Max Steel and Rubik's, you could watch a Zeta Project. Awful CGI inducing nightmares.
Yeah, but why? But had they put it at after Yu-Gi-Oh, then people would have watched it. Cause like everyone, you can put Yu-Gi-Oh at any time, and people would have woken up to watch. Not the new Yu-Gi-Oh, the original one, the good one, where even the filler episodes were good. I actually like the Leviathan show. The Leviathan filler episodes were better than the original show at a certain point. Whatever, we're getting sidetracked. Mastan. A good live action version of it for the new Batman Beyond movie, which we're overdue for one. All right, the last jump that I wanted to talk about, Superman, I wanted to talk about for like the live action version is Payback. Like remember the Batman movie, not the Beyond movie, the one where he's fighting like this giant judge person that's like always trouncing him in like every episode. I forgot the Master of the Phantasm. What's it called? And then when he finally gets a good grapple on it, he discovers, holy shit, I'm getting beaten up by a woman. But yeah, that's well, Payback isn't a chick. He's actually, if you've never seen the show, he's actually a little boy. That his father's a child psychologist, and then he's always listening to the sessions of the other kids. So then, since he wants his father to pay attention to him, he'd be like, "Well, I'm gonna solve this kid's problem, and then my father won't have to work so hard." So then, like, he brings a laser whip. Laser whip, and
It's
then
interesting because in the future they do carving using a laser whip instead of a chisel and a.
yeah, yeah. Well, they use laser, but then he just overstretched it, and like it feels like making it a laser whip. It requires extra skill or war skill or whatever. The point is that
Using a regular whip, you can whip yourself. If it's a laser whip, you cut an arm off.
yeah, but he practiced a lot with a laser whip. The point is that a live action gritty version will work. You know, you have the kids in the psychologist saying, "Oh, like this person is doing awful," and then just in order to take it to the next level, live action, just make it more murdery. You know, and then they'll be wondering, "Oh, who's Payback?" But everyone who watched the live action Batman Beyond cartoon, all that.
Next step and the Payback is the son of the hypnotist. What's his name?
Of the other side, mix the two characters together. So mix Payback with Spellbinder. You know, making it because they both have psychologist father. So why not make it
The Payback is actually Spellbinder's son or something crazy like that.
yeah, you know, mix two characters together, and then you know, hilarity ensues. So like, and you could actually even have them both in the same movie. You got the main bad guy Spellbinder running around, and the sub bad guy you have Payback going on a killing spree. So then he hyper focuses on Payback, who's attacking like petty criminals who bully children, and while the other guy, while he doesn't know that his father is using his patience in order to commit crime and stuff. And then at the end, once he finds out that his father ain't no half stuff, then they team up and take him down or something. And then if you don't want to use him for another movie, you know, just send him to like, well, you don't need to kill him because he's a little kid. But you can just send him to Arkham Asylum or something, or like get help or something. Or
I think I have Crown Harley Quinn in the show as well for no reason.
yeah.
And his two little.
Yeah, her two granddaughters.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. The name of
I think or Didis or something. I forget what.
Diddy and Diddy Dum, something like that.
Yeah, I forgot. They had to fit in it. The point is that we're sent him to a foster home being ran by Harley Quinn. But yeah, well, like even in the comic, she ends up with a bunch of kids.
Also, bring back a Oracle as Barbara Gordon, but as Oracle, not
No.
police Barbara Gordon.
Yeah. Just chop off her legs. Like put her back in the wheelchair. You can give her like a fancy futuristic wheelchair if you want to. You know, put cannons over there if you wanna be.
Yeah, she can be Oracle. Why
Yeah.
does she have to be a cop again?
Yeah, she was doing fine as Oracle. You know.
What he said they gave her.
Yeah. Or if you want her to go fight outside, you can do. You know how you can have your cake and eat it with Oracle Future version? A surrogate. Remember, like in the movie Surrogate, that you have your physical body somewhere, and then you have like a robot double doing your fighting.
Or how they handled it in the Titans TV show where she just fought.
Yeah, but she just fought it. And then if it gets more difficult, just have her have a surrogate. You know, if you want to have your Oracle cake and eat it. Those are two options for a Batman Beyond futuristic version, you know. I like the movie Surrogate. It was fun. That's the whole entire point. Watch that movie. All right, so that's the last show that I wanted to talk to you about. Bye bye and God bless.